Why are you never actually in your videos? That is weird, yes. I love being in my own videos. Hi everyone and welcome to another book reading. And today we're going to be reading Principles by Ray Dalio. Now this is a really interesting book because most books are written to teach something. And this book also teaches you something, but this was actually written for Ray Dalio's company. He wrote it for his staff at Bridgewater so that they could understand the principles of the company, what the philosophy was, how the company worked, how they would deal with challenges, and what kind of solutions they had already come up with to certain problems within the company. It also discusses the economy and Ray Dalio's history. And so it starts off by talking about what kinds of experiences Ray Dalio had to set up his company, and then what kinds of things he discovered along the way and how he was able to make the company successful. Once you've gotten through that part, he starts having a talk about the kinds of things that he believes in and the kinds of challenges he saw his staff having and how they were able to overcome it. And so he started writing a book, and this is something that I highly recommend to everybody. When you have a business or if you have investments, write down a list of all the things that go wrong and the solutions you came up with for them, because sometimes the challenges will come up again and again, and rather than have a solution ready, we go back and reinvent the wheel and see if we can find a new solution, even though we've already come up with a solution from before. So, what are you going to get out of this book? Well, if you are a business owner, you're going to get a lot out of this book. I don't necessarily agree with every single principle, but obviously businesses are run differently. But there's a lot that Bridgewater has to teach us because it is such an amazing company. They are really financially successful. They have a really great team that works for them, and it's the principles in this book that have helped them to be able to achieve them. So he talks about the idea meritocracy and how that is the basis that he used. Important to remember that different businesses have different philosophies, so you need to have the right leader that is okay with idea meritocracy. You're not going to be able to take a dominant leader and get them to implement an idea meritocracy, because that would never work. So you are going to learn lots of different psychological principles that can help you to be able to set up a really good business. It talks about certain investment techniques and styles. It talks about how you can improve your life and create principles around your own life. So this is more, I would say, a guidebook on how you might be able to do similar things in your own life. And you can take some of the principles that you like and also implement them immediately. But my advice would be to also see about implementing it for yourself by creating your own rules and your own principles, using these as a guide and maybe even copying or adapting a couple of them. So this book is really amazing. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, not a 6 out of 5 this time around. And the reason for that is because I don't really completely agree with everything, but it is clearly written. It is really amazing. And a really great book for you to go through at least once so that you can see how somebody else has made their principles and how it has been able to shape their company and the advantages to doing this, and then using that as a basis to be able to go and create your own, so that you know what's important to you, how you would like things done, what kind of culture you'd like to create, what kinds of things are important to you. And this is for business owners as well as investors, so that you can then create your own rules and use those rules to guide your life to achieve success. So this shows how Ray Dalio's done it. He likes to say that this is the best way, and of course the method is good, but you don't need to necessarily follow his principles. You want to follow your own principles, and you need to be able to discover how to do that. And I don't think that the book really shows you how to make your own as much as it could. But otherwise, a great book, and I'd love to know what you think. Remember that we have all these great videos, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel because it will help you to be able to have answers to your questions, and you'll be able to find some other really amazing books for you to read.
And finally, remember to make the switch to unlock your rich, because if you keep doing the same things, you're going to get the same results. And I know that you know that, but remember that if you have something that doesn't work, test something new and see what happens. It might be better, it might not. But if you keep switching when it's not better, eventually you'll find that thing that works, and that is what we're aiming for. So make that switch, unlock your rich, and I'll see you in the next video.